Good evening, liveweatherblogs.com meteorologist Bob Acarfio with the latest on the tropics. We have it's my special advisory tonight. We have Tropical Depression number 5 that has been named by the National Hurricane Center as of 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Here it is in the southeast Gulf of Mexico. This was Invest 94L that we were watching. The center is located at 26.0 north, 84.1 west. Maximum sustained winds 35 miles an hour, and movement is to the northwest at 6. Hurricane hunters were in this system late this afternoon and this evening. They found a closed circulation center and tropical depression winds. So we do have our 5th tropical depression of the season. Here's the official forecast track by the National Hurricane Center. Brings it up to a tropical storm by tomorrow afternoon, and then makes landfall of southeast Louisiana by looking like probably by Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, right in this area here, just depending on the exact speed. You can see the cone of uncertainty does run all the way from eastern Texas to the Alabama-Mississippi border. And you're like, wow, look at that, the cone's all the way west. Well, sure, if this goes a little west, it could stay over, not making landfall if it moves a little south and then moves all the way to Texas. It's still a possibility there. I'll show you why I may think this might come a little farther west than the National Hurricane Center is indicating here. Well, let's look at the satellite view, and you can see we watched this today. Banding started to get a little better. Nice circulation. The circulation is still rather broad. You don't see a real tightening of convection, and still fighting a little bit of dry air with this system with that upper level low. I'll show you that in a minute here. But there's the official forecast track just like that. But you can see still a pretty broad center of circulation. So this still has a ways to go before we get to a tropical storm status. Still has some work to do. But you can see the banding did get better today as we went along, and this got better organized. Water vapor loop. So why did it get organized? Well, you can see the upper level low kind of went above it and then moved to the west. So what do we have here? A little bit of fanning of the clouds, a little bit of an upper high, less wind shear here as this upper low moved west. So that has helped to ventilate the system a little bit. Still not seeing the big convection that we really need here. And again, this area is kind of dry from this upper level low still. So really need to moisten this atmosphere here a little bit. So that's why we're not seeing the convection. We'll have to see overnight if convection becomes a little more concentrated around the center here. So we take a look at the wind shear map here. This gives us a good idea. Here's the center here, and you can see as that upper level low moved west, a little bit of lesser wind shear, a little bubble of upper high right here, and this has helped it get together. Now what could be the factor that against the system as the system moves off to the northwest will be, as I was showing you this shear here up to the north earlier today. What's going to happen is upper high here is going to shift slightly south and east, so it's going to position itself like this the next couple days, which will pull this system off to the west, northwest, and northwest. What's going to happen is as the system gets up here and this high moves this way, this shear is going to be blowing more this way. So this system could encounter a lot of easterly shear as it gets north, and that'll be the deterring factor of this really strengthening quickly. The only thing again that I'm a little concerned about where it might get a little stronger is, number one, the good thing for the northern Gulf Coast, why this is not going to ramp up quickly, which is the National Hurricane Center thinking, is the quick speed. It really only has, if it keeps moving along at the rate of speed, and it should, as this high moves southeast, it should swing it up this way. It only has about 36 hours in the water. That doesn't give it a lot of time. Now, what may happen as it gets to Thursday is this high pressure may shift slightly west again, which could slow it down, and also maybe bring it a little farther west. Again, the farther it stays, if it does slow down and moves a little farther west here, it'll be over water a little longer. And this is where we could have it, you know, the possibility of getting a little stronger here, maybe a stronger tropical storm. Really, the only model bringing it up to hurricane right now is the GFDL model, and that has really been the model that's been way up there in intensity so far this season and even last season. So we don't see the intensity models really bringing it really strong, and all the global models show this wind shear. But still want to be concerned about that possibility. But right now the official forecast track is tropical storm affecting southeast Louisiana coast here. But again, just watch for that. Maybe if it moves a little farther west, it could strengthen a little further. Okay, so we have models. Here we go. These are as of 18Z. We should have 0Z model runs in here shortly, but you can see these are the early run models, and everybody is pretty much sandwiched right here, Southeast Louisiana coast. Again, nothing really going too far west here. The only model that does bring it a little farther west, like I showed you, was that GFDL model, a little farther west, but everybody's focused right here. So pretty good models are in good agreement with that. Intensity, again, most of the models have it in that 40 to 50 knot range here. The LGEM, which is a pretty good model to watch for, has it right around this 40 knot, and that's what the National Hurricane Center is going with right now. You can see nobody really up into the hurricane force winds here. So again, like I said, my only concern, if it moved a little west and slowed down, would it strengthen? So again, that's what I'm looking for right now. Tropical storm affecting the Southeast Louisiana coast by Thursday, probably Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon. Official forecast, National Hurricane Center has 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm. Again, if it slows down, moves a little farther west, it could get a little stronger, so we'll have to watch for that. This will definitely have a little more impact than Bonnie did. So again, main impacts would be rain. If it stays on the forecast of 45 miles an hour, main impacts are going to be rain, a little bit of wind, but basically heavy rainfall with this system. I will have another update tomorrow morning on our tropical depression number 5. Have a good night.